1st July 2017, the day on which our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi started by saying, Bhaiyo Behno, India was witnessing one of the major tax reform which it had ever seen. One nation, one market, one tax. This concept, which was initially proposed by the then Prime Minister Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, took 17 years to become a reality. Thus, GST, that is the Goods and Service Tax, came into force. Today, it is 12th of October 2021. 2 years back, in the same petrol pump, the rate of per litre petrol was just Rs 72. But now, it has gone up to 106 rupees. Huge difference, right? So I think the people who get up early in the morning and go for a walk should make that walking a habit. Because if the prices are going up like this, then our budget will get disturbed for sure. Just think that a product which has a base price from 40 to 45 rupees is being sold to the end customer for 106 rupees. So what about the difference? It is just tax, and not only one tax, it includes excise, CST, VAT, etc. And the best part is that many of these taxes do not have set off against each other. So what will happen if there is no set off? It will be added to the cost. And the price will also increase, and it will lead to a cascading effect where we end up paying tax on tax. For example, if a product price is 100 rupees and over that there is an excise duty of 10%, that is 10 rupees. So what will be the now price? 110. Over that, when it is sold outside the state, they will impose VAT. So let's assume that it is 10%. So we will not take 10% of 100 rupees. We will take 10% of 110. So just think that in that 110, 10 rupees is the portion of excise duty. So we are paying tax over tax, and this is called cascading effect, where we end up paying tax over tax. And this is just about petrol and over 5 petroleum products, that is motor spirit, crude petroleum, natural gas, air turbine fuel, diesel. Over these 5 petroleum products, there is no GST. That is why it is still following the same old regime. Okay, so have you understood the difference when GST is there and GST is not there? This is our topic today. Why GST in India, or what was the need of GST in India? So let's get into our topic, the need of GST in India. The first and foremost reason why GST came was that to eliminate the cascading effect. So as I had told earlier, many of the indirect taxes existed in the old regime didn't had set off against each other. So if there is no set off, it will be added to the cost, and thus it will lead to a cascading effect where we end up paying tax on tax. So we had to eliminate this problem. So that is why GST came. Now the second issue is that to reduce the product prices. Because of this cascading effect, the price of many products were getting high. So we need to control these prices. We need to reduce these product prices. So that is why GST was implemented. Okay. Now the third issue is that to solve the definitional issues of terms like manufacture, service, etc. So these terms were explained differently in different acts. So we need an act which rationalizes the definition of these terms, and that is why GST was implemented. In GST there is only one term, that is supply, and what is supply of goods and what is supply of services, it is clearly defined in schedule number 2 of CGST Act. Okay. Now next point is that to create a national market by eliminating the economic barriers. Just take the example of petrol itself. The rate of per litre petrol is 106 in Kerala, 101 in Chennai, 110 in Maharashtra. So it creates an economic barrier where it is difficult to trade. So prior to GST in India, there was 29 regional markets, and after GST there is only one national market where anyone is free to trade what he wish. Next point is that to create a unified administrative system. As I had told earlier, there were many taxes in the old indirect tax regime, which were levied by both central and state government. So the taxes which were levied by central government was administered by central government itself. For example, excise duty. Excise duty was administered by central government, and the taxes which were levied by state government was administered by state government itself. For example, VAT. So we need to bring a unified administrative system, and that is why GST was implemented. And I hope all the points discussed are clear to you. Thank you.